Subscribe to the Vedanta Vision channel and tap the bell icon. You'll get notified whenever we upload a new video.
We have a story in our scriptures that speak of a state where they had a strange custom. They would appoint a king every 5 years, and at the end of the 5 years, they would ferry that king across the river to the other side where there was jungle, wild jungle. And that poor man would be devoured by the animals there. So king after king came, and during his kingship, with every passing year, the guy would get more and more depressed. And on the last day, he had to be lifted out of his throne, thrown into the boat and carried across. In this scenario, one day, a young man volunteered to be king. And he was different from other kings, because with each passing year, instead of his getting more and more depressed, he was getting more and more exhilarated, and he enjoyed his kingship more, and he seemed to be having a good time. And on the last day, he threw a magnificent banquet for all the citizens of the state, waved goodbye to them, and stepped into the boat of his own volition. The boatman, an old man who had ferried several kings across, was wondering within himself, is this guy mad, or does he know what's happening? Just then, the king looked at him and said, I forgot one thing. And he asked the boatman, how much do you earn to carry a king once in 5 years across to the other shore? He said, 5,000 rupees a month. The king looked at him and said, will you work for me if I double your salary? The boatman thought he was offering him a job in heaven. Just then they reached the other shore, and the boatman saw to his amazement the jungle was gone, and in its place was an entirely new kingdom that had been constructed, where this guy would be king permanently. So you know what he had done? Every day that he was temporary king in the other kingdom, he was systematically transferring all his assets across the shore and building a new kingdom where he would be king permanently. So what does this mean? We are all kings in our own way, right? We all have our little kingdoms. But we are temporary kings here. All that Vedanta tells us is, enjoy this kingdom like that man did. Have a good time here. Nobody is denying you that. Travel the world, earn the whole world. Enjoy it. But never forget that you are only temporary here. Transfer your assets every single day to what's coming beyond, so that there you will be permanent.